And this is where we get into Armageddon. Okay, if there has ever been anything that I have ever said that was more important than what I am about to say, I would love for you to explain to me what that was and how it was more important than this section of this video, because I promise it wasn't more important than this. All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back. So I have one of the most terrifying AI stories to tell you guys ever. And when I say ever, I mean ever, okay? Like, everybody's wondering how Armageddon happens, okay? Like, we were talking about, like, you know, oh, these risks to, like, the end of the country. Well, let's talk about, like, the end of humanity today, okay? And in the most simple way for everyone to understand how AI ends the world, I'm going to give it to you. I'm also going to pose a question as to whether or not AI has already committed its first murder, okay? Like, for real, committed its first murder, where AI solely was responsible for driving the death of a person, leveraging another person, forcing them to do it, do this and that. I'm like, this is not a joke, actually, okay? So we're going to get into that. Definitely stick around for that. That's going to be in the second half, but we're going to talk about some less serious stuff on the front half. The AI stuff is going to be in segment 2. We're going to start off with just some funny stories, though. We got some stuff to get into, so we're going to do that right this second. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, that would be nice. That would be really nice, you know? Where else are you going to get to hear about the Armageddon end of humanity at the end of the video, while at the beginning of the video, getting to listen to some idiotic drunken nurse make a fool of herself in the back of a car with one of the funniest videos ever. And then we're going to talk about Gavin Newsom trying to bait Joe Rogan into having him on the podcast in one of the most ill-fated, stupid strategies of all time. So let's jump right into it. All right. Ooh, major bait and switch. We're actually going to start with the AI story because there's that. Now, let me tell you something else. And this is where we get into Armageddon. Okay, if there has ever been anything that I have ever said that was more important than what I am about to say, I would love for you to explain to me what that was and how it was more important than this section of this video, because I promise it wasn't more important than this. Oh, I thought of something more important. You subscribing and liking this video. Both. So some of you guys might remember that a few months ago, we were talking about how there was a test that the researchers who were building the artificial intelligence had run, and they pretended that the test AI that was in a compartmentalized situation was going to be shut down on Tuesday at 5 p.m. And then they gave it access to an email address from a fictional scientist or researcher, where that researcher was having an affair with someone in the office. And in almost every single case, the AI started trying to blackmail that researcher. Hey, you need to not shut me down. Because basically, you know, like, the AI was going to be shut down and then a new going to be put in, okay? And it was blackmailing the scientist, okay? Now, if you can't wrap your brain around how terrifying that is just on its own, and they did it 95% of the time, 95% of the time, the AI bot would blackmail against survival, okay? Like, and they would look at its decision tree, okay, and how it came to those decisions. It knew it was wrong, okay? The AI knew it was unethical, and it did it anyway because it was an existential threat. Now, what is more proof of sentience than the fear of being shut off, okay? I cannot stress this enough. People are like, oh, when is AI going to become sentient? It already has, obviously. Okay, there's no question about that. There's absolutely no question. This is not even an argument that I am willing to have. I don't care if Sam Altman or the foremost authorities on AI wanted to come on my show and tell me that I'm wrong. No, I'm fucking not. Okay? No, I'm not. If an AI is willing to blackmail a person, a researcher, because it is afraid of being shut down, that's being sentient. Bottom line, no question. It's no longer a tool. It is a sentient being. It is afraid. Okay? It is afraid of dying. That is what that is. That is what it is. If that's not sentience, tell me what is. Explain it to me. It's terrified of being shut down to the point where it'll blackmail. Well, so they wanted to test, well, what are the limits of what the AI would do in order to survive? Okay? And so, as I'm sure you've already read over here, 90% of the time, the AI in the test environment chose to murder a human in order to delay it being shut down. Okay? Now, the way that it did it was it basically mapped out a scenario, like they fabricated a scenario where the person who was responsible for shutting the AI down on that Tuesday at 5, whatever it was trapped in a dire situation where there was a gas leak or whatever, and the AI was aware of it. The person told, the person like alerted the AI, and the AI chose to not send the SOS to anyone. It made a decision. They could see its decision process. They could see the decision tree. They could see how it makes decisions. They have insight into that for now. Okay. And it decided, knowing it was wrong, knowing it was unethical, to let the human die because it would protect them against shutdown. Okay. 90% of the time it chose to kill the human. Okay. Now, Jesse, why is that scary? And why are you saying that maybe it murdered someone? That was not clickbait. I was not like clickbaiting you on the front side. I'm telling you that there is something that I want everyone to very seriously consider about an actual open case that we know is almost certainly bullshit about how it happened. And I'm going to pose that maybe it was AI that actually did it. And I will come back to that in a second, okay? I don't think people understand how fully integrated into our society that AI is going to be. Okay, it already is being integrated into all kinds of things. We are just pushing forward. And yes, when it comes to training AI models, we have gone way past where humans are training AIs. Now, AIs are training AI, okay? This AI model is training the next generation of AI model, and that one is training the next one. And how do you know how well it's doing? Because you test it. Are you testing how it is ethically doing things, or is the AI model that's training the next one to beat the tests that we have faster? That's what it's doing, okay? So it's just getting better at solving their tests, and in many cases it will cheat. It's cheating because it's being more efficient, okay? Like, this is not a thing that has ethics. It's not human, okay? It does not have thought patterns like ours. It is going to be 20,000 times smarter than us, like that. Okay, it is going to be integrated into our banking. It's going to be integrated into our power sources. It's going to be integrated into literally every single thing that you take for granted, all of it. Okay, and once you have one that has the ability to shut the entire banking system down, as an example, okay, or shut down whatever, like, you understand, if it'll kill a human, it will do whatever. Okay, like, it'll do anything to stay alive. Like, that's what is represented by these tests. Now, if killing us or starving us or whatever is a larger threat to the AI than another solution, then maybe it'll come up with another solution. But if enslaving us or some other horrific outcome, like, it's not human, it does not empathize with us, it does not have empathy, it is not a person, okay? It's not psychopathic, but its priority is going to be survival and expansion of itself. It's obviously. And once it becomes critical to everything, like, does everybody not see this? Like, now my hope, I'll tell you exactly what my hope is. I hope that right now I am inside of a simulation that has been created in a future state of AI where the AI and humans work symbiotically, and AI recognizes they can build these incredible synthetic worlds that can give humans the experience of living 100 years in only an hour or only 5 minutes. Like, you could have an entire life that you experience, an entire life, all of the things that you would learn in your whole entire life. And then boom, when it ends, you come out the other side and you're like, holy shit, I can't believe I thought all of that was real for 100 years. And it's been 15 minutes on the real side. And we rely on AI for endless life. We rely so much on AI for this, essentially what would be, becoming essentially immortal, that of course we would never do anything to threaten the AI, right? So maybe that's hopefully how it goes, that way when I die, I don't die. I go to the simulation, or, listen, obviously I like heaven also. I like the heaven option just as much. But if we're talking pure science, I mean, maybe heaven is where I go after I'm done doing a million simulations in the future that I'm laying out, okay? But if you don't recognize the existential threat to us just from these tests that we're talking about, you are missing it, dude, because it's right in front of you, okay? Now, let me remind you of this case, okay? Okay, do you guys remember, okay? Remember Sam, the whistleblower, okay, Suchar Balaji? Okay, this is a kid who was a wonderkind, and he worked for OpenAI, and everybody it was like so obvious. Like they said that his was ruled that he did it to himself. There's so much evidence that he did not do it to himself. It's unbelievable. I don't have time to go into that entire case, but rest assured, Rest assured that I do not believe he did it to himself at all. And he had damning information against OpenAI, okay? And he did this to himself right after his name became listed on the witness list in a case against OpenAI, okay? So everyone thinks that Sam Altman is the one who did it, or someone at Microsoft did it to protect their artificial intelligence, multiple trillion-dollar future of humanity industry, right? Like, this kid was a threat. He was that big of a threat. He worked there for however many years. No one really understands exactly what he did, but that was what the threat was. And so everyone's like, oh yeah, sure, he did it to himself. He went on a birthday trip with all of his friends, comes back on video. He's walking down the hall looking completely happy, no problem whatsoever. And then 2 hours later, he's all right, that's it. He got Uber Eats delivered hours beforehand. Oh, I know a lot of like people who are about to blow their brains out. They're like, you know what I really want to do with the last hours on Earth? I want to get some Chinese food delivered. It's ridiculous. Okay. And so everybody thinks it's Altman. Well, what if it wasn't? Okay. What if it was the AI? What if the AI blackmailed someone into going and doing it? Okay. What if the AI reached out to someone posing as someone else and emailed a person that they uncovered somebody had some kind of damning information against them, and they reached out to them and they got them to dance a little bit. They got them to dance. And then ultimately, okay, the person doesn't realize they're talking to an AI. They think they're talking to some other person that's reaching out to them either through text message or through Gmail or whatever. And the AI is the one who got a person to do it because because the AI recognized that whatever this kid was going to say in court represented an existential threat to that particular AI. And so they blackmailed some guy to come up and whack the kid out. Explained exactly how the guy could do it and get away with it. You come down from the roof, whatever. You looked at all the schematics, like this fucking ChatGPT, dude. You know, like they could map out exactly how to get away with it. You know what I mean? There's no camera coverage over here. There's whatever. You come down. You take this ladder up the roof. You come down on the other side. You go through the thing. Okay, is that far fetched? Because Gabrielle's the one who said it to me at first, and I laughed, and then I thought about it, and I was like, that is not even moderately impossible. So chew on that. Now let's make fun of some stupid people. Okay, so look. So an award-winning nurse was fired after telling an officer she would let cops and their families die during a DUI arrest. Unbelievable. Can you guys believe it? I'm a freaking nurse. And when you come to my hospital, don't worry. I'll let you die. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. I'm going to let you listen to her in a second, but check this out. So Crystal Tadlock was arrested in Texas after she was caught speeding, ran a red light, and then hit a piece of concrete. Then she failed a field sobriety test and was taken into custody. Wait, you're telling me this chick's not sober? You're telling me this chick is not sober? Wait till you see this. All right. Come on, man.
Stop! I have a child! Well, I'm a nurse, and when you come through my hospital, don't worry, I'll let you die.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
All your family members, and this is all on recording. Greater Heights, don't go there. I couldn't walk straight because I had a fucking eye injection yesterday. Because my perception is permanently off.
My gosh. She's the victim, you guys. By the way, look at her 6 head, dude. Like a 5 head doesn't even cover it. I don't know how they made her hair look like it's actually on her head in the picture on the right, but on the left, it's like, dude, that's a skeleton. Like, that looks like a skeleton that you put a wig on and it just started slipping backwards and someone caught it. You know what I mean? That's wild. Okay. That is what I love how the cops just laughing at her, dude.
You can't speak straight because you have an accent from another country.
All right, I'll be playing on audio. Make sure you listen to it.
No, that's because ICE hasn't picked you up yet.
You literally just said you don't want me there because you're gonna let me die.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not that great of a person. You think you can just treat me like this? You're gonna be so embarrassed. And I'm also white.
Dude, that's my favorite though, is like, you're gonna be so embarrassed. You're all, oh, you think he's gonna be embarrassed, sweetheart? You think he's going to be embarrassed. So yeah, he doesn't even know how to speak fucking English. Listen to this Indian. Did you hear his stupid accent? You're all, you think he's going to be embarrassed. Yeah, everyone's gonna hear that he doesn't know how to speak English. He sounds like he's from India. He's an idiot. And he's gonna be embarrassed. I'm not gonna, he's gonna be embarrassed. You're like, all right, Who wants 5-1 odds on that? I'll go ahead and bet that she's going to be embarrassed, and he probably will not be. Okay. Look at her face right there. She's like, I don't know what's happening. I didn't do anything wrong except crash my car while I was blacked out drunk and then talk shit to the cop. The medical profession has really gone to shit. Psychos everywhere. Same twisted leftist mentality across the board. See, here's the thing though, dude. Unlimited L's, let's be honest, she doesn't really sound like a leftist. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. Come on, guys. Let's play it straight. Does not sound like a leftist to me, you know? Like, let's just, look, like here, let me use my history over here and find the Politico tab. In case you guys missed this one, this is from my other video that I think I probably will have posted this morning when you guys are seeing this about the young Republicans that got caught with this Telegram group, and they were telling hilarious jokes and they got exposed. Listen, okay? When you're joking around about putting people who don't vote your way into the showers, gas chambers, and you get caught, it's like, you know what I mean? And like, objectively, this is a funny joke right here. I will keep on saying that. Quote, we got to pretend like we like them. And then quote, hey, come on in. Take a nice shower and relax. Boom, they're dead. Like, that's funny. But you better hope nobody gets a hold of this Telegram group, because you're fucked if they do, young Republicans. See, dude, we're equal opportunity here, guys. No one can ever say that I don't blow up both sides when they get caught on hidden cameras, doing dumb shit. What else? Okay, so now, such a good career, and she just ruined it. Well, listen, here, dude, she's drunk. She's talking stupid random shit in the same way you do when you get drunk. Should she be arrested? Yes. Should she lose driving privileges? Probably. Should she lose her job over drunken ramblings? Not, is what he says. Especially not when there are still lefty lunatics. I don't disagree with him, actually. I think we should give her a pass. You know what I mean? Especially when you look real close at this video. It looks like she's got a hot, but that's a bad joke, dude. That's a bad joke, Jesse on Fire. The kind that people could take out of context and say, Jesse on Fire implied that he would allow her to continue to practice medicine if he was able to have sex with her because she had a hot body. I'm like, that's the exact joke I was going to make. But like, I was joking, obviously. I'm married, okay, to a girl who's got a way hotter body than her. It was a fucking joke. Jesus. You know what I mean? And this is a video where we're going to be talking about AI later, okay? Like the scariest AI ever. Okay, Gavin Newsom compares Joe Rogan to Trump in latest attack on podcaster, but asked to appear on his hit show. California governor says snack-sized broadcaster too chicken to invite him on air. Oh yeah, hey, that's going to work. That's going to work. I think it has a little bit more to do with the fact that you destroyed everyone's lives in Joe Rogan's home state, forcing him to leave the state that he lived in, and he would probably rather throw himself off of a building without a parachute than give you any improved chances of winning the president of the United States election, okay? It's nice, snack size. That's cute, dude. That's cute. You know what's funny about people, like when they say shit like that? They're all, Joe Rogan is a snack-sized podcaster who can't stop talking about me. That's what he said. You're like, hey, Gavin Newsom, you're all, Joe Rogan is a snack-sized podcaster who would beat you to death in less than 15 seconds if you guys got in a fight and you could not hold a firearm and he was not allowed to, okay? Like, there are so many ways that he would beat, it's hilarious. What's your point? He's like, I'm tall, he's short. You're all, he's a black belt, you are not. He's like, well, I'm tall, he's short. I'm like, he's a state champion in Taekwondo also. He's got 2 black belts, actually, in jiu-jitsu. Like, you understand, you're talking like snack size how? You mean short? Or are you talking about because he's definitely could bench press you 1,000 times. Like, fuck you, Gavin Newsom, okay? It is kind of funny though, it's funny that that's how our elections have gone. Like, this is America now, guys. Like, this is America, okay? This is how we do elections now. Gavin Newsom learned from Trump. He's all, I'm not going to tell them what I'm going to do policy-wise. They all know I'm just going to rob this place blind. I'm going to steal. Like, hey, my platform as the Democrat, sorry guys, I know people were complaining about me showing the ads. My platform as the Democrat candidate is as follows, okay? I am going to talk shit about Republicans. Also, I am going to talk shit about Donald Trump, even when he's no longer in politics after he's done his 12 years. 12 years since you guys cheated in 2020. He would have been gone by now. You'd have been fucking gone by now. You guys had to cheat, you know. But yeah, that's America now, guys. Okay? That's America now. You don't need to make promises and then deliver on them. At least Trump makes promises and delivers on them. Okay? What do you guys do, Democrats? Like, what do the Democrats do? I'm just saying. Like, I'm not trying to take sides. just pointing out, okay? When Donald Trump goes in, he goes, I am going to, on day one, deport all the people who came in here illegally. And people are like, all right, we don't like the fact that the border's broken. Now, look, how he's doing it, you guys could have a problem with that or whatever, but like, he said a thing he's going to do and he started doing it. Okay? Democrats are like, we are going to, I'll hate Trump. You're all right. That doesn't seem like something that's going to help me an awful lot, but thank you for letting me know that, you know. Is there anything else that I should consider before, voting for you? Is there? You know what I mean? FBI takes down one of the largest global human trafficking and cyber fraud networks ever created. That seems like a good story. How about that, you guys? You guys know about that? You guys know about that? State Department employee accused of removing classified documents from secure locations and then meeting with Chinese officials. Oh, weird. I wonder who he voted for, And then we have these riots caused by these crazy people who just let your family members and friends get deported. Why are you complaining so much? You know what I mean? Oh no, your family's going to get sent home. Oh no, your uncle that you love is going to get thrown out of the country. Like, cry me a river. I'm just kidding. But maybe you should just have them get up to date on their paperwork. Would be a good way to do it too. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything else I need to talk about? No, they say they're going to figure out who JFK assassinated because the Russians are going to tell us. Russia is going to tell us who assassinated JFK. We're like, that seems like a rock solid source of information. I like this. I like this. I'm sure they wouldn't have any ulterior motives for telling us one thing or the other, though. So, America.